Good morning. Welcome back to the vlog.
Tell me now, tell me something, 'cause I don't know how this gonna end. Oh no. Tell me now, tell me something, 'cause I don't wanna be just friends. No, no. Yeah. Hear me out, like I make you do the craziest things. Yeah. I didn't mean to hurt you, babe. No, no. If you decide to leave, you will help me anyway. Baby.
It is officially starting to feel like fall. So I figured the perfect way to jump into this fall season, even though I'm hella late in comparison to everybody else, is to do a fall ultimate everything vlog. First and foremost, if you follow me on TikTok, you know that I lost one of the pieces to my mics. So unfortunately, I had to buy a new one. I'm not necessarily mad at that because the one that I had was like $4 from TikTok shop. And it wasn't the best. Like, God forbid I spoke a little bit too loud and it would get like the sound quality would go down. I don't know how to explain it, but like if I spoke too loud, it would sound like shaky, like the audio would sound shaky rather than crisp. It did the job for what I needed it to do for, but now that it's gone, I did go ahead and buy a new one. Look at this. I don't really use mics all the time with my vlogs. I normally use them more for like my sit down videos and my TikToks because I can play around with the audio when I'm doing a vlog and it still sounds good. The iPhone, believe it or not, the iPhone has really good quality audio and video as well if you know how to use it properly. I literally film all of my videos, all of my TikToks and all of that, take all of my pictures on an iPhone 12. So I don't even have the newest one and it does the job for me. Eventually I'll upgrade, but for right now, I'll just use what I have and make it work with what I have. Now, I've had my coffee for the day. I always have to start off my mornings with a warm coffee. Otherwise, it doesn't hit the same. During the day, it just makes more sense no matter how hot or cold it is outside to have an iced coffee. But first thing in the morning, a warm coffee is a must. So we're gonna get ready to go in a second. I wanna go to Target and see if they have any fall reads readily available. There are 3 that are kind of on my radar. Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I've been hearing wonderful things about that book. So if they have that one, that could be a possible pickup. Fall I Want, that one I've heard okay things about, like it's giving Hallmarky, seasonal movie, you know, that typical thing. And then there's this other one, it's not quite fall, but it's like a cowboy style romance, and I think that's perfect in the fall time. And so it's called, I think it's called Live Ranch Love, I believe. I'm open to other things too, but those are the 3 that like I kind of like have my eye on. I already have my fall TBR, which we'll talk about later, for books that I picked up from Amazon, Barnes, etc., that we'll get into later, because I am going to have a fall TBR just like I did with the summer TBR, but we're actually going to finish my fall TBR. But yeah, I want to go to Target. I want to see what options that they have for fall reads, get myself out of the house for just a millisecond. I do also want to do fall nails, y'all. These nails have lasted me like 3-4 weeks now, and it's just now starting to like lift up a little bit. And these are the BT Art nails, BT Art nails from TikTok. The only thing that I did was I shortened them. I have the long version and I have the French tip, and I took one, it was like a green color. It's not something that I really gravitate towards, so I sanded off the color of the nail and it was just like a blank nail, and I added this little like sparkly color over top of it. And then this one I used different gel polishes to like create a little different design. But y'all, these types of nails are like my go-to nails. I don't stray away from like the plain, the simple. I am not a nail design girly. Every now and then, maybe like once every 5 years, if I'm feeling spontaneous, I'll switch it up, but these are like my go-to nails. So I'm gonna get dressed and then we're gonna head to Target.
If you decide to leave, you
I'm not gonna lie, this Target trip was a bit of a flop. I did find one of the books that was on my TBR, which I'm gonna show in just a second, but overall I just wasn't really feeling pulled to any of these books, and there wasn't anything that was intriguing me to pick up, so this Target trip was a flop. All right, so while our food is cooking, let's talk about the 5 books that are on my fall TBR and the book that we're going to be reading for this video. Now, these books are not going to be the only books that I read this season. These are just the seasonal themed books that I've selected and that I've purchased over the last couple of months to read during fall time. So let's get into it. We have What a Match by Mimi Grace. Now, this one has been on my TBR for years. This one is giving fall themed. All of these books are fall themed in some way, shape, or form, which is why I picked them up. And I would say pretty much all of these are blind buys for the most part. Then we have If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. Then we have a blind buy. This one is called Well Actually by Maisie Eddings. Now this book, y'all. Okay, first of all, I found this on Mercari, just like kind of scrolling and minding my business. I just happened to stumble across this, and so I had to pick it up. I for sure had to pick it up. Look at how beautiful this book is. Then we have The Wrong Kind of Falling by Whitney Amazine. Now this one, I heard Shaughnessy talk about this book, and she was saying, I believe, that the main character, she has sworn off of love. Last but certainly not least, Hear My Heart by Tay Monet. Y'all, this book has been on my TBR since I knew that she was going to be releasing this book. So as far as the book that we're going to be reading for this vlog, we are going to start strong with What a Match by Mimi Grace, only because this one has been on my TBR for a minute. So this is going to be the book that we're going to jump into. I'm so excited for this one. It's the second book in the series, so I'm really hoping and praying that I don't need to read the first book in the series in order to read that one. I believe they're all interconnected standalones. But yeah, those are the TBR. That is the TBR for the fall time.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream, so you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be, and now you're laying next to me.
Okay, so we are about 20 pages in. I'm on chapter 3, and now I kind of have an idea of what the book is about. So this is a brother's best friend / best friend's brother romance. This is following Gwen and Anthony, and there's a bit of forced proximity happening. That's all I have so far. So far, so good. We're still getting to know the characters. We're still getting to know the story. Like I said, I'm only 20 pages in, but now that I have a grasp of what it's about, because I did not read the back of the book when I bought this, just wanted to like fill you guys in really quick. Let's continue reading.
I didn't think we were destined to be, and now you're
have little chili peppers. Look at my hair. Oh my gosh. They have little chili peppers.
It's a donut. It's a donut. And I got another one. And another one.
have book mail. The first box came from Lit Haven. Oh my god, it's so pretty. This was definitely an impulse buy. So first and foremost, look at the sprayed edges. So beautiful. And this is Devious Lies by Parker S. Huntington. Then we have a TikTok shop order. This one was won by an indie author who had slightly damaged copies listed. Jade on TikTok, she did a review on this book, and so I already had it in kind of like in my cart on my radar. And when I saw that it was discounted and it was like 50% discounted, I was like, yeah, we're gonna buy it. We're gonna read it. So it has a little note from the author. Oh, that's such a sweet touch. And this is It's a Win for Me by Clarissa May. Ooh, okay, so this one, she's a chonker. But this one is A Perfect Song by L.M. Halloran. This is 2 books in one. It's a duet that's in here. And this is a rockstar romance. This is Red City by Marie Lu. So I've heard really wonderful things about some of her other books, but this is her first adult fantasy. And so it's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and pick this one up. Plus, it's so pretty. I was gonna get the Book of the Month edition of this, but I opted for this one, and I actually low-key, I like the sprayed edges of this one a lot better than the Book of the Month one. The Book of the Month one it's really unique. I'll put a picture of it up here if I can find one, but it's really unique because it has like the city on the sides, but for some reason, these sprayed edges are giving luxury. With my first pickup with that other book that's a rockstar romance, I'm kind of like on a little bit of a kick, so I picked up another one. This is the first book in the series, and so I'm like, let me go ahead and try this one. This one also came up on my little like recommendations on Amazon, and so I went ahead and picked this one up too. Last but certainly not least, I'm actually really excited for this box. There are 5 omnibuses in this box. And I already have 1 book by this author. I actually purchased this off of TikTok. So if you're on TikTok Shop and you shop indie authors on TikTok Shop, I would definitely recommend checking out this author. These are various spicy romances, and I am here for it. And y'all, this box is heavy. Like I said, this has 5 omnibuses in it. Okay, and you know me, I'm a super big fan of omnibuses because I like having multiple books available in one book. It's cheaper a lot of times to do it that way versus buying every book for $20 individually, especially when you're shopping indie. So this is what the box looks like. First we have SWAT, which this is 3 books in one. It's the first 3 books in this series. We have the next 3 books in the series, y'all. This is a chunker, but we have the next 3 books in the series. Then we have the Silver Creek Ranch Omnibus. Now this has a bunch of different authors in it. It's not just Peyton Banks, which these are some of my favorite omnibuses to pick up because you get to have a bunch of authors at your fingertips. And then we got the Blazing Eagle Ranch books 1 and 2. It's like there's a novella in here as well, but that's the first omnibus, and this is the second omnibus.
Me by surprise, oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh yeah. When I give you every part of me, I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh yeah. I'm just curious, when did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that.
For a baddie in a book, this is not very baddie of me, but I digress. Y'all, we have finished What a Match by Mimi Grace, and let me tell y'all, I have some thoughts. Before we get into those thoughts, look at these nails, y'all. Like, look at these nails. I honestly don't think I'm ever gonna go back to a nail salon with the price point of getting your nails done and being able to get these results at home. These are press-on nails, by the way. They're the like BT Art box from TikTok Shop. I've literally been using these for like the last like 6 months, and when I tell you I love them, and they last me 3-4 weeks. I literally just changed these out, and I'll put a picture, a little video of what my old nails used to look like. But I just switched them out for these because it's fall time now. They are giving Christmas. I went with this like burgundy, like red color, and it is giving Christmas a little bit. Maybe I'll add like some fall leaves, like get some nail stickers from Amazon and add them on. But for right now, this is what we're rocking with. But again, like, I'm a very simple nail girly. I don't need too much. I don't need to do too much. But I'm so stinking happy with these. Now jumping right into the book, y'all. Okay, listen, I gave this book 4 stars. Okay, 4 stars. I have been like, the books that I've been reading lately have been hit after banger after banger after banger. Okay, I've been having a really good time with all the books that I've been reading. And now I do take my time and make sure that the books that I'm getting are things that I'm going to enjoy, or at least I think I'm going to enjoy. So I think I've had pretty good luck with that. But yes, I gave this book 4 motherfucking stars. So it follows Gwen and Anthony. This is a best friend's brother. I'm sorry, best friend's sister, brother's best friend romance, if we're gonna tropify it for just a moment. But it follows Gwen, and Gwen, her dating life has been kind of like a little not the best, and so she decided to go ahead and sign up for a matchmaking service. And coincidentally, around the same time, Anthony, which is her brother's best friend, he runs into a situation with his apartment complex where his apartment is not habitable at all and he has to leave. It's inhabitable. They're telling him he cannot stay there. They have to make the repairs and fix everything before they can come back. So he temporarily moves into her home, and that's when things get a little bit interesting, to say the least. And that's all that I'm really gonna say about this book, y'all. This book had me giggling, it had me swooning, it had me kicking my feet. There were just so many little moments in this book. And if you're looking for like a fall book rec, that this one has not been circulating nearly as much as some of the other ones that I've been seeing and some of the other ones that I'm going to be reading in my fall vlogs, but I definitely recommend getting this one. If it weren't for me adulting, I would have finished this in one sitting. But I love this. It was such an easygoing, super digestible. This is my first book by this author, and I'm really loving her writing. I love the way that she writes the characters, the dialogue. I love every piece of it. So definitely 4 stars. I'm definitely going to pick up the other books in the series, and I'm going to confirm this. Maybe I'll put it in like the description box or something, but I'm going to confirm that you don't have to read the first book in the series, because this is technically the second book in the series. And it didn't necessarily change my experience or take away from my experience in any kind of way. I believe that they are interconnected standalones, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, 4 out of 5 stars. I loved this book, definitely recommend it. And I'm so happy that I read this, because now I'm eager to jump into the next book. Honestly, it's just making me, and then you can kind of see it in the background. There's a little hint of the next vlog that I'm going to be posting. But yes, I definitely recommend this one. Okay, so we are going to end the vlog here. I'm looking all crusty, so you know it means it's time for me to take a shower and go to bed. But thank y'all for watching this vlog. I'm so happy to be back, and so happy to be back making videos. I love this space so much. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.